Welcome, everyone. Today we are going to talk about something which is of top interest to all of you. That is about human training for AI. Companies are spending billions on AI, but forgetting the people who actually have to use it. And that mistake, it's about to explode. AI isn't failing because the technology is bad. It's failing because no one trained the humans. This is the real AI crisis. Let's learn more about it.
So, companies are pouring billions and billions of dollars into artificial intelligence, right? They're all betting it's going to completely revolutionize their business. But there's this huge paradox at the very heart of this revolution. See, they're buying all the shiny new tech, but are they forgetting to invest in the single most important part of the whole equation? Their people. Today, we're diving deep into the AI training crisis.
Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we're going to pull back the curtain on what we're calling the Great AI Disconnect. Then we'll go looking for the hidden risks of a workforce in the shadows. After that, we need to talk about a serious ticking time bomb, the collapsing career ladder. And don't worry, we're not just going to leave you with the problems, we'll finish up by mapping out a clear path to AI readiness.
All right, let's get right into it. The core issue, the central conflict here, is this massive spending spree on AI. But, and this is a big but, that spending isn't being matched by investment in the very people who are supposed to be using all this new tech. Just look at this imbalance. It's pretty stark, right? On one side, you have nearly 4 out of every 5 companies putting AI into their workflow, throwing billions at the technology. But then you look at the other side, and barely a third of their workers are getting any training on how to actually use it. This isn't just a small gap, you guys. It's a massive chasm, and it's pretty much where all that investment goes to die.
And here is the direct result of that chasm. A staggering 80% of corporate AI projects are failing. Just let that sink in for a second. That is nearly double the failure rate of a typical IT project. This isn't just bad luck. It's the completely predictable outcome of putting tools before talent. And look, it's not just us saying this. Experts like Sierra Harrington over at Skillsoft are pointing out that this isn't some simple miscalculation. No, it's a fundamentally flawed strategy from the get-go. You can own the most advanced AI on the planet, but if your team has no clue how to drive it, that investment is going absolutely nowhere.
You know, this lack of training doesn't just happen in a vacuum. When companies don't provide the right tools and training, what do you think employees do? They don't just stop working. Nope, they go rogue. And that right there creates this huge hidden risk for the entire organization. Think about this for a second. In 90% of companies, employees are already using their own personal AI tools to get their jobs done. What that really means is that AI is inside your organization right now, whether you've got a policy for it or not. It's already there, operating in the shadows.
And the scale of this shadow AI is just, well, it's massive. Take a tool like ChatGPT. Almost 3/4 of all its use in the workplace is happening on personal, non-corporate accounts. And see that tiny little sliver left over? Yeah, that's the official company-approved use. This is a bottom-up revolution that most leaders don't even see happening.
And this is where it gets really dangerous really fast. Over 1/4 of the data that employees are feeding into these public, unsecured AI tools is sensitive company information. Now, they're not trying to cause problems, they're just trying to be more productive and innovative. But in doing so, they're unintentionally creating a massive security and intellectual property nightmare. Okay, so beyond those immediate security threats, there's a much slower burning crisis, one that could cripple businesses for years to come. See, AI isn't just changing how we work, it's fundamentally breaking the way we develop expertise and grow new leaders. For generations, this is how it's worked. It's called the expert-novice model. A junior employee comes in, does the so-called grunt work, the research, the data entry, the basic stuff, and in the process, they learn by watching and working with senior colleagues. It's an apprenticeship, really. But AI is now automating the very tasks that were the training wheels for a career. And the fallout from this? Oh, it's already here. In just a year and a half, postings for entry-level jobs in the US have plunged by 35%. That's not just a number on a chart. That's the main door into the professional world slamming shut for an entire generation of workers.
What we're really seeing is the traditional career ladder having its first rung literally sawed off. I mean, if new talent can't even get on that first step, how are they ever supposed to climb up to become a specialist or a manager or a leader? The entire system for developing future talent is starting to break down.
And as Molly Kinder from the Brookings Institution warns,
What looks like an efficiency gain today is actually creating a crippling talent shortage for tomorrow. If nobody is getting that foundational on-the-job training, where exactly are the next generation of experts and leaders supposed to come from?
So the big question is, how do we fix this? Well, the solution really starts with a fundamental shift in how we think about the problem. This isn't a tech problem that you can just solve with more software. It's a people strategy that needs to be built from the ground up.
The companies that are actually winning with AI, they're not just running generic online tutorials. They're using this three-tiered approach. First, you start with general awareness for everybody. Then you move to domain-specific training for each team. But that third step, grounding, that's the most powerful one. That means teaching the AI not just your data, but your unique processes, the documented workflows that make your business your business. It's about making the AI an expert in how you work.
Now, for individuals, the message here is pretty clear. You can't just sit around and wait for your company to catch up. You have to proactively build what some are calling practical AI fluency. Get your hands dirty, experiment with these tools, and most importantly, focus on pairing those uniquely human skills, like strategy and ethical judgment, with the raw processing power of AI. That combination, right there, that's what's going to make you invaluable.
And the payoff for getting this right is it's huge. Investing in your people isn't just about avoiding risk, it's about unlocking a massive competitive advantage. Proper AI training delivers an average productivity boost of nearly 14%. But get this, for your newest or least skilled workers, that number skyrockets to 35%. You're not just closing a skills gap, you are supercharging your entire workforce.
Ultimately, the big takeaway for any leader comes right back to this quote from Sierra Harrington. In this new era of work, where it's all about human plus AI, training and talent development just can't be a side project or some line item for HR anymore. It has to be a core pillar of your business strategy, period.
And so, we'll end on this question. The technology is here, it's incredibly powerful, and it is ready to go. The real question we all need to be asking isn't whether AI is ready for the world of business, it's whether our businesses are truly ready for the people who are going to define its future.
Hey, if this breakdown helped you out, hit that like button, subscribe, comment, and stick around here on Agentic Wave. I've got way more AI goodness coming your way.